If you're a rock musician, can you also be a successful songwriter, record producer, and film and TV actor? Well, if you're Jon Bon Jovi, yes. Even though he's laid low in recent years, his net worth has continued to grow thanks to his numerous projects. Stay tuned to learn about the vast wealth Bon Jovi has accumulated through his career so far. Jon Bon Jovi's net worth. Whether Jon's net worth is appalling depends on your viewpoint. He's enjoyed approaching 40 years of success as a solo performer and as a member of Bon Jovi. As a band, Bon Jovi have earned record-breaking amounts of money from touring. Jon himself has had solo success that has brought him rich rewards as well. His songwriting, record production, and acting have also earned him considerable sums of money. As of January 2021, Jon Bon Jovi's net worth is estimated at $450 million. That's an impressive amount of money. He's estimated to have earned at least $80 million in each of the last 4 years. His mansion in New Jersey is thought to be valued at $22 million. Jon can also command about $3 million in performance fees. Fans can also buy Bon Jovi and Jon Bon Jovi merchandise online. Jon has the golden touch when it comes to real estate. He's profited from the purchase and sale of a number of properties, including a New York penthouse that netted him $10 million, and a Palm Beach property that added another $10 million to his wealth. Jon, however, is well known for his charitable work. His Jon Bon Jovi Soul charity helps those in need in New Jersey by providing food and building housing. But in the face of his recent inauguration performance, you might be wondering where Jon Bon Jovi stands politically. Jon Bon Jovis Politics. Jon has not registered any particular party affiliation, although he's expressed support for various Democrats. He played at supporting events for John Kerry in 2004. He held fundraising events for Barack Obama in 2008 and has also raised funds for Hillary Clinton. He played at President Obama's inauguration concert in January of 2009, performing a duet with Betty LaVette. They sang the old Sam Cooke song, "Change Is Gonna Come." Later, in 2009, Jon undertook an acoustic benefit gig in support of New Jersey's Democratic Governor, Joe Corzine. In October 2020, Jon took part in an event in Dallas, PA, in support of Joe Biden. Needless to say, Jon's support for President Biden brought sharp criticism from President Donald Trump. Most recently, Jon appeared with Bon Jovi at the Celebrating America concert that marked the inauguration of President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. If you're wondering how he managed a career that's presented such amazing opportunities, let's take a look back at his humble beginnings. Jon Bon Jovi's early career. Jon was born in 1962 in New Jersey. He altered his given surname of Bon Jovi to Bon Jovi to create his professional name. He has Russian, German, Italian, and Slovak ancestry. He is related to Frank Sinatra and showed similar talent for music and singing. At just 13 years old, he performed with his first band called Rays. At 16, he met up with David Bryan and formed Atlantic City Expressway, then went on to play with Jon Bon Jovi and the Wild Ones. He later formed another band called The Rest and was booked to open for bands like Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes. His first 2 recorded songs came around 1980, when he sang the song R2-D2 We Wish You a Merry Christmas on Mecco's album Christmas in the Stars, the Star Wars Christmas album. The second song appeared in 1983 on the Lake Success radio station WAAP 103.5 FM's local talent compilation album. The song was Runaway, which was recorded with a group of session musicians. 1983 saw Jon decide he wanted to form another band. He called his old keyboard-playing friend David Bryan, who in turn recruited the bass player Alec John Such and a drummer he knew named Tico Torres. The 5th member of the band was guitarist Richie Sambora. These were the founding members of the band Bon Jovi, and they were all experienced musicians. Bon Jovi The Band. Their debut album, called Bon Jovi, was released in January of 1984 and included a re-recorded version of Runaway. When this was released as a single, it entered the top 40 in the US, with the album achieving 43rd on the Billboard 200. Bon Jovi was in demand as a touring band, supporting Scorpions in the US and Kiss on a European tour. The following year, they released another album, 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit. This reached 37 in the Billboard 200. More touring followed to Japan and Europe for a second time. This was followed by a 6-month-long US tour. They interrupted that tour to play the Monsters of Rock series of concerts at Castle Donington in the UK, and also the Texas Jam in the US. For their third album, Bon Jovi began a collaboration with songwriter Desmond Child. and producer Bruce Fairbairn. They took a 6-month break in Vancouver to record the album, which was released as Slippery When Wet. Released in August 1986, the album headed straight to the top of the Billboard 200 and remained there for 8 weeks. 2 singles from the album, You Give Love a Bad Name and Livin' on a Prayer, both made #1 on the Hot 100. At the time of the release of this album, Bon Jovi was still considered a support act. In just a few months, they were the headliners in concerts across the U.S. In 1987, they were back at Castle Donington as the headline act for that year's Monsters of Rock concerts. Bon Jovi had arrived as a major band. Not only had they broken into the big time, they were now making history. Their next album, New Jersey, was the first U.S. album granted permission for release in the Soviet Union, and Bon Jovi were the first band to be allowed to officially perform there. New Jersey hit the #1 spot in Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, the UK, and Canada, as well as the US. 5 singles from the album made the top 10, which was a record-breaking achievement. During 1989 and into 1990, Bon Jovi undertook a massive worldwide tour. They performed in 22 countries, but the pressure of so much activity took its toll. Members of the band took time off and pursued various individual projects. It was 1992 before they regrouped on the island of St. Thomas to discuss how they were going to go forward. They agreed to go back to Vancouver and record a 5th album. Keep the Faith included new, fresh material that saw Bon Jovi move in a different direction. The album was a huge success, and they followed it with another world tour, taking in 37 countries. In 1994, a greatest hits album was released. This was called Crossroad and was another top-selling success for the band. In the same year, though, Alex John Such left the band and was replaced by Hugh McDonald. 1995 saw another world tour, this time covering 43 countries. The tour publicized their 6th studio album, These Days. After the tour was over, the band agreed to take a 2-year break to allow band members to recuperate and follow other projects. It was 1999 before the band came together to work on the album Crush. They also released a compilation album of their work called One Wild Night, 1985 to 2001. They released several albums in the next few years, and studio album number 11 was released in 2009 called The Circle. Bon Jovi was still a top touring act and was earning colossal amounts of money from both tours and album sales. In the spring of 2013, Richie Sambora left the band and was replaced by Phil X. In 2014, the band reissued New Jersey to celebrate 30 years of being together. The album 2020, which was planned for release early in the year 2020, was delayed, but finally appeared in October. Bon Jovi had not produced any politically inspired album content in the past. This album, though, has politically motivated content, including a song referencing the death of George Floyd. The tour that would normally follow an album release has been canceled due to COVID-19. Personal life. Unlike many rock stars, Jon's life is not filled with scandal and controversy. He is happily married to his childhood sweetheart, Dorothea Hurley, since 1989. The couple slipped away after a Bon Jovi concert tour gig in LA to marry at the Graceland Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas, a romantic start to married life. The couple have 4 children, 1 daughter and 3 sons. Jon has a love of football that led him to found the Philadelphia Soul team that played in the Arena Football League. He's also a friend of Robert Kraft, who owns the New England Patriots. Jon Bon Jovi is an immensely wealthy person, whose wealth has come from his success as a musician and actor. Some may find such enormous wealth in one man's hands appalling. Others might say he deserves the fruits of his hard work. When you comment on this video, tell us what you think. Are you appalled by his enormous wealth, or are you happy for him to be so wealthy? And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like button and then subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.